Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today what I have for you is episode 13 of my Football Manager 22 save with Derby County. Now if you do go on and to enjoy today's video, make sure you drop a like on it. If you could try and hit 15 likes on today's episode, that'd be massively appreciated. Subscribe if you are new as well. We are now on the road to 200 subscribers, trying to hit that by the end of the year, so if you could subscribe, that would be massively appreciated. Today, we have for you is the first episode of Season 2. We have the transfer special for you guys. We've got a lot of players joining actually on this day, the 9th of June, not as in this day when you're watching it, obviously not. And then we also have some more players joining on the July the 1st. So you're going to see a lot of transfers in today's episode. I'm not too sure if you'll see any gameplay. We'll have to wait and see, but the main purpose of today's video is to see some transfers. So if we continue a few times, you should see a lot of the players who have already joined. If you watch previous episodes, you'll see that we've signed a lot of players on pre-contracts and stuff like that. So if we continue, as you can see, a lot of players are going to be joining the club. Here we got 7 signings sealed, and as you can see, all the players here. Now, nobody I'm looking at right there stands out too much, which isn't ideal. Let's meet all the players individually. First signing then is Louis Aperi. He's a 23-year-old striker, can also play left wing, can also play right wing, can actually do an okay job as a left midfielder. He's come in and he's got some pretty decent stats, 2.5-star current ability, 3.5-star potential. He's only League 1 stand at the moment. He has the potential though to play in the Championship. He's come in on a free transfer from Dundee. He's not done too badly in the Scottish Premier League over there. 7 goal contributions in 17 for a side like Dundee is not the end of the world. He's come in as a fringe player on a 3-year contract, I want to say, only on 3.2k a week. Got some good stats in there. Looks like your more physical sort of target man at striker, 186 centimetres. Secondly, we have Andy Holliday. He's come in also on a free transfer, this time from Hearts. Played a decent amount of time over in Scotland. Now, there is a potential I might have only signed him because he played for Bradford City, but apart from that, he's a very, very good player. He's useful because he can play central midfield, defensive midfield, he can do a job at left midfield, could do a job at left wing back or left back as well. Very versatile, got some good all-round stats, only on 2.8k a week, only on a 1-year contract. Yes, he's only League 1 standard or whatever, but like I said, he's very versatile and he probably won't play all too much. He's here as an impact sub, only on 2.8k a week, but because of his versatility, I felt like we probably are going to have a bit of a small squad this year because of the amount of players that we've got out and a lot of players who are still going to be leaving. I feel like you need somebody like an Andy Holliday, and he also scored against Chelsea for Bradford City, so it's a win-win. Thirdly, and probably the signing I am the most excited about so far, is Brandon Barker, another player who's come in on a free transfer, this time from Rangers. 3-star current ability, 4-star potential, looks absolutely fantastic. Fantastic acceleration and pace. He's got some decent flair and all that sort of stuff. He's another one of these players who can play left wing, he can play left midfield, he can play right wing. He can't really play striker, but he could also do a job at attacking midfield, even central midfield and right midfield if he needs to. He's come in on a 2-year contract, but I believe we have an option for a 3rd year. Apparently not. Anyway, Brandon Barker is in from Rangers. Fourth signing that we made then, and another striker, is Callum Hendry. He's come in on a free transfer from St Johnstone. He spent the last couple of years out on loan with Aberdeen and Kilmarnock in the Championship. He didn't really do too well there. 5 goal contributions in 17 isn't really ideal. 2.5-star current ability, 3.5-star potential. So we are signing more players for the future because this will definitely be the last season, I want to say, because I really want to start the Bradford save and I can't have everything running at once, but I'm enjoying this Derby save so much at the moment that, you know what I mean, there's plenty of time left in the year, but fantastic teamwork, work rate, determination and aggression. His acceleration and finishing's okay as well. For a 24-year-old, he's come in on a 2-year contract on 6k a week, so he's going to be one of these players that's got a little bit of a pressure on his shoulders to do a decent job, but it's another striker through the door. A position that I said we need to improve on quite a lot this year is goalkeeper. Christian Walton's come in as a backup on a 1-year contract on 5.5k a week. 3-star current ability, 3.5-star potential. He's come in on a free transfer from Brighton. Left-footed, just looks like a very good all-round goalkeeper. 16 aerial reach, 18 jumping reach. He's going to be very good when it's coming for crosses and all that sort of stuff. Nearly 200 centimetres as well. He's had a lot of games throughout his career. 156 league games in about 10 years, which actually isn't the greatest, to be honest, but he's in. He's probably going to play quite a lot for us this season, and it's a position we needed depth in. Signing number 6 is a player I'm sure you're all familiar of, probably the most popular player in this squad. Carlos Tevez has joined up on a 1-year contract, only on £625 per week, but just look at his statistics. He looks absolutely incredible. Just everything, his all-round stats. Yes, he's probably going to decline quite a lot this year because he is 38, but to have a player like Carlos Tevez in your dressing room, it's not a bad shout at all. We all know what he's been doing with the likes of West Ham, Man United, Man City, even Juventus. He spent the last couple of years out in Argentina and even had a spell in China as well. He's come in, though, on a one-year contract, and I mean, just look at his statistics. He looks absolutely incredible. And the final signing for now, Rhys Devine is a left-back option. He's come in on a 3-year contract on £3,000 per week from Manchester United. He spent the last season out on loan with St Johnstone, where he played a lot of football out there. But he's come in on a free transfer, 3-star current ability, 4 potentially 5-star potential as well. So he looks absolutely fantastic. There you have it then. That is all 7 signings that we have made so far. A little bit underwhelming, I can't lie. I expected some of these players to be a little bit better than what they are, but you know, we've got a £10 million transfer budget. I'm sure some of these players won't be getting as much game time as they were potentially promised. First departure of the season, Williams Valles as one of the first signings that I made halfway through last season. He is going to go to Sheffield Wednesday. Now, we got 100k up front. We also have 10% of the next sale as well. He's not really going to play a fat lot this season. It also gets a little bit of money off the wage bill as well. He's currently on 2.2k a week, so it's not the biggest amount of money, but we do have a centre-back, fingers crossed, coming in. The board are only giving me 20% of every sale for some reason, which is very annoying because, yes, we've got a fat transfer budget, but it would have been nice to get the extra £80,000. But it's not going to make all too much of a difference. We will accept that. There you go then. First official departure of the season. We'll wish him all the best because, you know, he came in very tough circumstances. He did the job, what he needed to do. But there you have it. First departure. Velasquez joined Sheffield Wednesday, who are still in League One. They failed to get promotion last season. They ended up finishing... Well, how can I view the league table? They ended up finishing in 5th. I believe this is the table and how it ended. Yeah, they did all right. They had a really poor spell around this time in the season. They picked it back up again, then they dropped off, and they had an okay end to the season. But yeah, they ended up finishing 5th, so they bottled the playoffs in the end. This is something that I've never actually seen in Football Manager before. Derby have been awarded 27.5k for their use of domestic under-21s players in the season just finished. Not really like we had much choice, but we acquired 128 points from playing domestic under-21 players in league matches out of a league total of 1,405. The reward was calculated as 27.5k, league average was 12.5k, so I guess every cloud has a silver lining and all that. Also, yesterday, at the time of recording, I'm recording this on Wednesday, I think you guys will see this on Thursday, potentially. Derby got another points deduction, I believe, for 9 more points. So I think they're 18 points adrift now. So if there is any Derby fans watching, I wish you all the best for the rest of the season. If you do manage to stay up, that'll be an incredible achievement, but I don't think it's possible. To be honest, I've proven that it's easy to stay up. I've proven it. But maybe with that extra 9 points deducted, I think it was, maybe we wouldn't have done that. We do now have a match, though. But before that match, we are going to be signing our first player that we've actually paid a fee for. Now, Matt Clark was available for Brighton for only 1.3 million. With the transfer budget that we've got, he's coming in on £20,000 per week. But on a 3-year contract, that is a big signing, I think. Alfie Roberts has also left as he was out of contract, but he's going to join Peterborough in a couple of days' time. We'll advance forward and I'll show you Matt Clark in a bit more detail. 3.5-star current ability, 4.5-star potential. This is more like the sort of signings that I was looking for at the start of this transfer window. I mean, he looks like an absolute monster, doesn't he? Left-footed as well. As you guys know, I do like a left-footed centre-back playing on that left side. His stats look absolutely fantastic. 14 tackling, 13 marking, 14 jumping reach. I think he's 6'5" or something like that in real life. That is exactly what we do like to see. As I said, he's coming for £1.3 million from Brighton. He's actually played for Derby a few times in the last couple of years. So, yeah, that's very nice to see. Matt Clark is in on a 3-year contract for only £1.3 million. I think that's an absolute steal, personally. First game of pre-season, overall I would say has gone very well. We were cruising, I then made the substitutions around the hour mark. Since then we've conceded, we've not looked like scoring at all. To be honest, we also changed the formation. We started off with the 4-2-3-1, we've changed to the 4-2-2. I'm looking at our squad depth now. We do have some more players still to come in, so I don't want to make any more signings as of right now, because at the moment we only have the 1 right back, but I know we have potentially 2 joining on at the 1st of July, so if I go out and sign another right back right now, it just wouldn't make too much sense. But this is our pre-season tour in Portugal, and the first game went very well. You know, I was very impressed with what I saw from Josué and Sibley. Defensively, obviously, we had to play Shinnie and Mason out of position as well, so you can see why we conceded that. positionally, we were all over the place for that, but not a bad way to start pre-season at all. Confirmation that another one of our youngsters have left the club. Alex Matthews has signed a pre-contract with Blackpool. Now, when they came in with the offer, I looked at his potential and saw potentially only League One standard, so I'm not really too bothered by that. He was out on loan at Spennymoor in the season just gone, only played 14 times, so I don't really mind him going at all, to be honest. First departure of the season, Rhys Davies is going to go out on loan to Hungerford for the rest of the season. They're currently in the Vanarama National League South. They're paying pretty much all of his wages. I mean, we're paying £30 if he is playing, but they are paying this monthly fee and the unused fee anyway, so it doesn't really matter all too much. He's going there as a star player, 17-year-old now. I've not actually really heard of him. Is he currently in the under? He's actually in the under 23s, to be honest. His contract is up at the end of the season and his potential isn't great, so he needs to do well out on loan with Hungerford if he does want a new contract. Here's your confirmation as well that Curtis Davies has decided to retire from professional football. Now, he's actually gone in as an assistant manager. I don't really fancy getting him in, to be honest, but he wasn't really in my plans for this season. If we have a look at his career, he played 22 times last season for us, getting 20 starts out of them 22 games, but it's just not, you know, I mean, with his age and stuff like that, he just wasn't going to play all too much this season. It's now come to that point in the season where a lot of the young players and all that sort of stuff, their contracts are going to expire, but they'll just be on them week to week by contracts. We're going to go through them all individually right now and see whether we should offer them a contract or we should release them. Barnes is 24. He can be released for all I care. He's an assistant manager. Get him out of the club. Ryan Alsop, just not a fan of him, to be honest. He was absolutely terrible last season. Folks has okay potential, but not really what I'm looking for, to be honest. Again, same with Connor Dixon. He can go for all that I care. Cybulski, again, another one who had a good pre-season last year, but apart from that, didn't really do much. Gruel Pollard, he looks absolutely terrible. Alex Matthews, his loan's finished. Garcia can go for all I care. Not Garcia, Gracia, sorry. Thompson, again, not good enough. We've got to be... clinical's not the right word. We've got to be, I don't think assertive's the right word, but we've just got to, you know what I mean, not take any risks and get them out of the squad. See, Hutchinson has the potential to play in the Championship, but out on loan with Barrow last season, he didn't do, 13 goal contributions is not the end of the world, but only a 6.82. I'm going to I'll give him another 1 year contract, I think. We'll give him one final opportunity. Well, he didn't want to take the contract. We didn't want to give him much of a pay rise. He's on £1,000 a week. He wanted £2,500 a week, so I've just decided to release him. I'm not having players thinking that they can perform badly and then get a contract improved, because that's just not how it works, to be honest. More of these players that you probably don't really care about, but I'm just showing you, just because in case anyone's wondering where that they have gone. Stearman, Rodwell, Mason and Shinney have now all officially left the club as well, and we've got some more contracts who are expiring at the end of this season. Players like Wickham, Ben Arthur, we'll be looking to move some of them guys on. We've got a lot of youngsters who are out of contract as well at the end of the season, so we will have to keep an eye on that. Some of the staff contracts that are set to expire as well. I don't really deal with the staff, so that doesn't really bother me all too much. In terms of the youth contracts as well, this is at the end of the current season, the end of Season 2, if you get what I mean. So I'm not really going to look at that now. And we've got a lot of loan players who have returned, so we'll be getting a lot of them who are, if they are still at the club, we're getting a lot of them back out on loan. Here we go then. The 1st of July is here. We've got a lot of players who have joined, a lot of players who have left. Firstly, Colin Kazim-Richards has joined Atlante in the Mexican League, so thankfully he's now off our wage bill. Craig Conway has also gone to... Where's he gone? He's gone to Ross County as well. Scott Sinclair and Nicky Cadden. He actually plays for Forest Green in real life. He's a very good player. Don't know why he's decided to go to there. But yeah, Conway's left the club. In terms of Hibernian, they've signed David Marshall as well. Again, another very disappointing player. I don't know why why the dressing room leader was allowed to depart, because he's 37 and not very good at football. Who else has left the club? Alfie Roberts, C+. Understand that he was sold, never likely to be good enough. 4 players who have signed though: Antonio Barrigan, Fran Maria, Fabian Kunzi, and we've also got Eduardo as well. They all look absolutely fantastic. Welcome to the club. Firstly then, we've got Antonio Barrigan. I believe he was the first actual pre-contract signing that I made. A very well-rounded player. Can play right back, can play right wing back, could even do a job at right midfield if he needed to. Can't really play centre back or left back / left wing back, but he's come in on a 1 year contract on £3,000 per week. He's Championship standard and he's coming on a free from Elche. Just looks like a decent all-round fullback. He's probably not going to start all too much. Byrne will probably be my first choice right back, but he's a good backup nonetheless. Secondly is Fran Maria. he's a 32-year-old central midfielder. He's coming on a 2-year contract on £5,000 per week. He's only League One standard. I'm not really too sure why I've signed this guy. Maybe this might be the one where my scout was like, oh, you must sign this guy whatever the cost. He doesn't look all that good, to be honest. I mean, he can play central midfield, attacking midfield, right wing or left wing. Can't really play right mid, left mid or defensive midfielder, but fantastic passing, good first touch. It looks like a good technical midfielder. He's left-footed as well. I do like that in a central midfielder. He probably will be more of a backup though. He comes in on a free transfer from Espanyol. A player that I am very happy about though is 24-year-old Fabian Kunzi. He's coming on a 3-year contract from Armenia Bielefeld. They're in the German Bundesliga. Surely that's not... Is that a real club? Have they got a different name in real life? I'm not really too sure, but yeah, I've never heard of them before. He's coming though on a 3-year contract on 3.6k a week. Can play defensive midfield, but can also do a job at centre-back or central midfield. Again, more one for the future, but he will probably play quite a lot this season. And the final signing is Eduardo Damien. Just look at him, 4-star current ability. He's coming on a 3-year contract on 12.25k a week. He looks absolutely fantastic on a free transfer from Sassuolo. 15 heading, 13 marking, 14 tackling. Fantastic jumping reach. His pace isn't the end of the world as well. Great aggression, anticipation, bravery. He looks like your classic no-nonsense sort of centre-back. And I'm very happy he's in the door. As I said, Alex Matthews has also left the club. He has gone to Blackpool. We are now approaching the end of our second game in pre-season, and once again, it's gone very well. It's nice to see that our goalkeeper can actually make some saves. I've been very impressed with Walton from what I've seen of him in this game. We were 4-0 up before we made the substitutions in about the 55th minute. Pere came on, I believe that's how you pronounce his name, and scored an absolute worldie. I've been very impressed with what I've seen so far from this team. Yes, we need to add a little bit more depth in this defensive area. We're a little bit light on centre-backs and things like that. However, it probably will finish 5-0. If it doesn't, I'll let you know. But again, another great game in pre-season. That's offside, surely. They've hit the post anyway. It's not going to count. It is offside. And there you have it. Official confirmation that the game did end up finishing 5-0. We absolutely dominated them. Joswiak has impressed me massively in the 2 games that we have played so far. Here's confirmation then that another one of our youth players is going to be going out on loan. I mean, he has no current ability and hardly any potential at all. He's out of contract at the end of the season, so it doesn't really matter. But Sam Segabo, apologies for pronouncing your name wrong if you're watching. He's probably not, but he's going out on loan for the rest of the season to join Basford. We got a lot of offers in for a lot of our young players who are going to be going out on loan for this season, so I'll update you one by one as and when they do happen. Erin, I'm not really too sure, but Mr. Cashin is going to be going out on loan for the rest of the season to Tranmere Rovers. He's going to be going as a regular starter to, I believe, Tranmere is still in League 2. They are indeed, so he's gone out on there for the remainder of the season. His contract is also up at the end of the season. He's now 20, so he does need to improve quite a little bit if he does want to be playing a lot more this season. He's actually out on loan with Tranmere last season, so another opportunity for him to get some game time out there. Festi Ebesili is going to be going out on loan to Forest Green for the rest of the season. We're paying all of his wages, but he's going to be going there as a regular starter. He's 19, contract's up at the end of the season. 2-star current ability, 4.5-star potential, so I'm more than happy to be paying his wages if he does develop out with Forest Green, who are also now in League 1. They've been promoted last season, so it's a tough challenge for him in League 1. 2 more players going out on loan then for this season. Malcolm Ebiowe, he's going to be going out on loan to FC Halifax for the remainder of the season. They are still in the National League, I do believe. Wait, they actually got relegated to the National League North. Wow, I didn't expect that. But he's going out on there for the rest of the season. His contract is also up at the end of the season, and he's not got great potential, so he needs to develop massively if he wants a new contract. And also Jack Stretton, he's going to be going out on loan to Hamilton over in Scotland for the rest of the season. We're going to be paying all of his wages. They're giving us some money, though, for monthly fees. He's going to actually be playing there as a striker. He's going to be a squad player there, so good luck to him at Hamilton. They are actually in the Championship over in Scotland, so it's a good test for him. Unfortunately, Malik Wilkes has decided to sign for Millwall and not us. He was a player who I really did want. Unfortunately, that's not happened, has it? Another piece of business is that Cornell Mcdonald's going to be going out on loan for the rest of the season to Charlton. They are currently operating in League 1, unable to get promoted last season. He's only going to go there and be a fringe player, so if he gets the odd appearance, it's not the end of the world, but he's not going to get any game time with us. We've got 2, 3, 4 players who can play in them sort of positions, so I don't really mind him going out on loan. We're paying all of his wages. I just hope he gets some sort of a game time out there with with Charlton. He was actually in the National League with Southend last season, so it's a big step up for him, so you can understand why they don't want to chuck him in at the deep end. He is also out of contract at the end of the season, but he will probably get a new one because he has the potential to play at this level. Olamide Ibrahim is going to be going out on loan to Southend for the rest of the season. He's going to be going there as a star player. They're pretty much paying all of his wages, so he's got an opportunity in the National League to prove what he can do. He is also out of contract at the end of the season. His potential is very good though, so he more than likely will get a new contract, but he still needs to do some sort of a job there. We've got a lot of players actually going out on loan at the moment. Brokovic is the next one. He's going to be going out on loan to Swindon, who are currently in the National League. Wow, Swindon got relegated last season, so that is a big ask for him to try and get them promoted at the first time of asking. We'll sort of squad numbers in a second. And Liam Thompson's going to be also going out on loan to Exeter for the rest of the season. We're paying all of his wages there, but Exeter are still in League 2. I believe they are indeed. He rejected offers from Newport and Stockport as well to go there, so good luck to him out on loan there. Third pre-season game has once again gone very well. 4 goals scored, only 2 conceded against a pretty decent Aberdeen side, to be honest. They're a decent side in the Scottish League. We absolutely dominated them from minute 1 to 98. Even the players who came off the bench did very well. I just can't get over how impressive it is watching my goalkeeper actually make some saves. It's fantastic when you see a highlight and you know there's more chance of you actually saving the shot than conceding. It's fantastic to see, and he's probably not even going to be our first choice goalkeeper this season. I'm very happy with what I've seen so far in pre-season. We've scored a lot of goals. We've not conceded too many either. I don't know how many more pre-season games that we do have to get through. Apparently we only have 1 more to go through. The season starts on the 23rd of July. What? That seems a little bit early. I mean, I thought it would have been the 30th. I think it's the 30th in real life, but the 23rd of July. I understand that we have the really long break because of the World Cup, but even still, that's very early. Osazi Agatise, he's going to be going out on loan to Oldham for the rest of the season. Oldham, who are currently playing in League One, they're going to be paying 80% of his wages whether he plays or he doesn't, and they're also going to be paying a bit more money on top of that. He's going there as a regular starter until the end of the season, another youngster who hopefully can develop whilst out on loan. Max Bad Dell is going to be going out on loan to Southend. Southend seems to be taking a lot of our players this season. They're going to be paying 20% of his wages. He's going there as a star player. Southend, for some reason, like signing all of our youngsters. Hopefully, they can end up doing a decent job for Southend and finally get him out of that National League. Harrison Sullivan is another player who is going to be leaving the club. He's going to be joining Aldershot on loan for the rest of the season. They're going to be paying pretty much all of his wages. If he doesn't play, if he does play, we're paying £50 of that, but they're also paying some more money in terms of the monthly fee. He's going out though on loan to Aldershot for the rest of the season. Has some very good potential, but yeah, another player out the door. Some more transfer business. Louis Watson's going out on loan to Morecambe for the rest of the season. Again, they're going to be paying pretty much all of his wages. They got relegated back down to League 2, so he's got a decent job to do there. He got a few first-team appearances now and again last season, before I think he went out on loan. If I'm not mistaken, he did. He went out on loan to Colchester, where he didn't do particularly well. He's back in that league once again, though, and he does have a big point to prove. Our final pre-season game of this season looks like it is going to end in victory. Once again, we were very dominant throughout the whole thing. Daniel Johnson impressing massively in this game. And once again, when we made the substitutions at about the hour mark, they've come on and not really done a fat lot. We definitely do need some centre-backs. We only have 2 natural centre-backs. Kunzi can play there, but he is more of a midfielder. We need a backup goalkeeper for Walton, and we also need a striker because I can't remember is it Hendry? Something like that, and a Perry. Hendry, and a Perry, just not really done it in pre-season. We had a guy on trial. He decided to not join us in the end, though. And we have now about a week that we're going to put in today's episode of trying to sort them positions out, trying to get a goalkeeper, some centre-backs, and the striker in, a first-choice striker. And then tomorrow you will see the Birmingham and the Bradford games. And then we'll go from there for the season. We'll probably do deadline day as well, and the 2 games that are around that sort of time. But yeah, I'll see you guys very soon for some updated information, hopefully. Carlos Richards is going to be joining Welling and going out on loan there for the rest of the season. They're paying all of his £150 a week wages. He's going to go there and be a star player. Apart from when he's playing, we're going to have to pay £20. Welling are currently in the Vanarama National League South, so good luck to him. He's going to be going out on loan there. I mean, he doesn't look very good. He's got all right potential, but he's going to need to develop quite a lot of this next coming year if he does want that new contract. Jordan Brown is going to be going out on loan to Cheltenham for the rest of the season. Again, he's going to be a star player there. A player who can play in a lot of positions. It looks like he's going to be going there as a central midfielder maybe. Could also play centre-back. He can play in a lot of positions though. They're going to be paying pretty much all of his wages, unless if he plays, then we have to contribute £75 a week. I don't mind that at all. One of the more developed younger players on £750 a week, out of contract at the end of the season, so he's going to need to develop quite a lot out there. But Cheltenham, it's a good place for him to get some game time. Luke Plange is going to be going out on loan to Swindon for the rest of the season. This episode has kind of been, we've signed a lot of players, we've also let a lot of youngsters go out on loan, and I just want to keep you guys updated with what is going on. So Plange is going out on loan to Swindon. He's going to be a star player there. Once again, they're paying pretty much all of his wages, apart from we have to contribute a little bit if he does play, but because of the play monthly fee, it probably means we get more money than doing that rather than paying all of the wages. It just doesn't come out of their wage budget. If we have a look at our finance at the moment, we are under the wage budget. We've still got £10 million still to spend. We've got a couple bids in for players right now, a couple loan offers and all that sort of stuff as well. The squad we're building though, I'm very impressed with it so far. This is what I'm currently looking at playing for the first game of the season, but it can obviously change and stuff like that. And Nathan Bird's going to be suspended for a couple of matches anyway, so we will definitely have to rotate. For the first time in a while, we've actually got some transfers coming in and a loan player coming in. This time it's Mads Beck Sorensen. He's coming in on loan from, is it Brentford? I believe he's coming in on loan from Brentford, a centre-back who can also play left-back. We've not really scouted him there. It was just a little bit too much money to do a transfer fee for, but we need a centre-back. He comes in for our first signing in what feels like quite a long time, to be honest. We've had a lot of players leave on loan. Finally, we've got somebody in, though. He looks absolutely fantastic, so we'll get him registered and all that sort of stuff. And yeah, another defender in for us. We need a centre-back. He's got fantastic long throws. That might be something we might have to exploit this season. I don't know where it says his height, but, you know what I mean? He can't exactly be throwing it into himself, can he? But we've had to pay a little bit of money for the loan fee. We paid a £2 million loan fee, but he does look very good for the fee that we've had to pay. So it has come out of the transfer budget, but I don't mind that. It's probably going to be the last season of the series, so it's not the end of the world. Final piece of business then for today's episode. It's been a long one. I've been recording this for nearly 3 hours, so fingers crossed you guys have enjoyed it. Courtney Clark is going to be going out on loan to Barrow for the rest of the season. I would like to get one more signing in before we ended today's episode. Unfortunately, that's not being the case. I believe Courtney Clark was one of the players who got a 1-year contract extension, but this is how the team is currently looking. We probably will get, for now, this is probably how we're going to go. When we do get a goalkeeper in, one of Devine or Barrigan will be coming off of the bench. We've got a very strong squad though now. I'm very impressed with what we do have, and all round it just looks like a very, very good, well-balanced team. I think we'll get both our centre-backs on as ball-playing defenders. I mean, I think if we can get a striker in, which we've got an offer in for a striker at the moment on loan, if we can get a striker in, I think we've got a very good team to be able to compete this season. We've built a squad, and we've not really spent too much money, but we have... How many signings have we actually brought in? If we go to our transfer history, so it's saying here, how many is that? Is that 6? So we've got 6 who have been brought in on technically this season, but last season from a Perry downwards, if it's going to let me select all them, 8 people. So what's that? 14 signings. Matt Clark's on there twice for some reason. I don't know why. So 13 signings. But as you can see here, a lot of players leave on loan. 13 signings, I don't think it's too bad. We've got a couple more players coming in as well. But thank you so much for watching today's video. If you have enjoyed, a like as always would be massively appreciated. Confirmation that Courtney Clark has gone out on loan to Barrow. And Gary Rowett is now our under-23s assistant manager. We have paid a little bit of money for him, but he's very good. Anyway, make sure you drop a like. As I said at the start of the video, if you could try and hit 15 likes on today's video, that'd be massively appreciated. Subscribe if you are new as well. We are now on the road to 200 subscribers on this channel, so if you could subscribe, that would be massively appreciated. Have a great rest of your day, and I shall see you all in the next episode. Peace.